The cup has a plastic lining inside, first of all. All your coffee cups, if you see the coffee cup and you see it inside, you'll see there's a small thin layer because there's no other way the liquid can be held for so long. The first thing are actions that universities, offices have to take on their own. It's a minor cost of 80 rupees, but everyone could have got a foldable aluminium cup, first of all, to start, to begin this, which is your personal cup that you keep. So all your teas are coming in that. When it comes to plastic cups, etc., is coming because of convenience. Because humans don't want to make an effort to go wash the steel cup and get it back every time. Convenience, making life easy, is where plastic came in from to begin with. It did not come in because there was need. It came in for convenience.
Mr. Shmuel, would you like to ask your question?
Thank you very much. Very awesome and interesting presentation. And I want to ask you next question. How government and authorities of India support organization effective management of waste in territory of India?
Hi, thank you for your question and thank you for appreciating that. The government has compliances in place since 2016. These compliances have been in place. It's called EPR, Extended Producer Responsibility. This compliance has year on year seen a growth. One thing that has also helped is that the government in the last 3 terms has been the same, and the next government has not tried to come and change this process. From an EPR perspective, today we are in a place that every producer, brand owner, and manufacturer has to recover and recycle as much as they put out in the environment at all the 3 levels. That means if this was a plastic bottle, you have to recover equivalent amount of plastic and offset it. If the guy who makes the granules also has to offset it. The person who sells the bottle also has to offset it. Currently, the regulation is only for those above 100 tons a year. So from your Pepsi, Dabur, Unilever, Marico, Coke, everybody is under this compliance. Additionally, from 24-25, they have to also add 25% of recycled plastic and reduce their virgin plastic out of it. Like I started the presentation when I began this whole thing, is that there are compliances in place, there are people doing the job, but consumption in our country has increased tremendously at source. The source is us, all of us. So systemic changes can happen only at government level, and there is work happening on that context. Can it be pushed? Can it be faster? Can it be better? 150%. It can be. But as of now, the good thing is that everyone who doesn't do it at the end of the year gets highly fined for not doing that job. I hope that answers your question.
Yeah, of course. Thank you very much.
Is it to carbon credits what you're saying?
They're basically plastic credits, but you don't have to look at it in the same light. Basically, if today Coke puts out 100 tons of Coke in Hyderabad, it has to recover PET bottles of 100 tons. It can be Pepsi, Coke, 7-Up, doesn't matter. PET bottles have to leave. That many have to come out. Coke, Unilever, Dabur, all of these guys have a 100% track record. In fact, last year when they missed it in Orissa, they got fined 2.5 crores for it.
Wow.
So the government is on it. Their sales figure, what they submit, because they're a public listed company, you know how much sales they're doing. That means their recovery has to be equivalent.
What is carbon credits?
So if you divide it, carbon credits comes from the exhaustion of your fuels, right? Today, when planes are operated, when cars are running, you're sort of releasing carbon, you're increasing your carbon footprint. what the carbon companies that are doing currently with like Climbs, etc., they are sort of going to different locations and planting that many trees for it. It's very important for everyone to be traceable and transparent. Otherwise, today I can show you plastic bottle one and show that same to everybody else. I think that's the difference. So carbon credits helps maximum for that. In terms of viability of it, it's as much as you'd like to believe that it does the job, because every tree doesn't neutralize carbon the way tree 1 to tree 2 does. So it's very imperative to find the right way of forestation. Only then carbon credits works to neutralize. Today, if you go to a few airline websites, ma'am, like Emirates, Lufthansa, they ask you on the bottom, would you like to neutralize your travel? So they are a part of your larger ecosystem to want to neutralize it with a company like Climbs to put down forests in different parts where we have lost forests over a period of time.
Okay. So please ask your question.
Yes, madam. First of all, thank you for a very nice presentation about I'm an associate professor from AC Engineering College. One of my domain is plastic recycling research. That too, microplastics. I am working on microplastic research. How it is going to affect or it is affecting us. So the proposals are on the pipeline. Now we are using the teacups, disposable teacups. It contains some few micrograms, which is getting into our body without knowing us. Slowly. The major problem is that it is not treated as a plastic waste. It is considered as a paper waste. And finally, what they do is most of the places. I don't want to pinpoint a particular place. Most of the places it is burnt or disposed along with the paper. Is there any solution for this? And second thing is that food waste. Nowadays, most of the restaurants, takeaways are using plastic containers. Some of them are under quality or recycled material. Some of them are having higher values. That is restaurants which have a standard used to provide. And the main drawback is that most of us, I'm also included, I'm not an exception. Most of us throw after the leftover food along with the packet. We don't bother to throw away, separate the food as well as that when we see a water body, we can see a lot of such packets are floating in the surface. So these two issues, how you are addressing, how much assistance will be extending to address this. I want to work on these two issues along with you.
If I had to break down the cup has a plastic lining inside. First of all your coffee cups, if you see the coffee cup and you see it inside, you'll see there's a small thin layer because there's no other way the liquid can be held for so long. The first thing I always recommend are actions that universities, offices have to take on their own, is that it's a minor cost of 80 rupees, but everyone could have got a foldable aluminium cup, first of all, to begin this, which is your personal cup that you keep. So all your teas are coming in that. Anything with linear economy, sir, when it comes to plastic cups, etc., is coming because of convenience. Because humans don't want to make an effort to go wash the steel cup and get it back every time. Convenience, making life easy, is where plastic came in from to begin with. It did not come in because there was need. It came in for convenience. So that is one. The second is, are those cups recyclable? No, they're not. They go to waste to energy, because it's a mix of paper and plastic. So there is no way to remove it out. I can't remove it out. It'll end up going for waste to energy. When I say waste to energy, that means it's non-recyclable. It'll get shredded, baled, and it'll go to a cement factory. But if the disposal in your university is not happening correctly, it's going to a landfill. There are only two options over here. There are not 3-4 options in this. If people are throwing half cup with the chai inside and not rinsing it, then that whole dustbin is going into landfill, because everybody threw tea inside it. So forget the teacup, that's the least of my worry. Everything else also went into landfill. So what I'm saying is that you want to go down to source again. You want to start introducing 2 bins. You want to first get into the practice of segregation. I feel this part of the cup will be the last part. And by then, you will know why you want to put in the money for that 80 rupees aluminium cup that can be with you all the time. There are some beautiful websites that have foldable ones that become so small actually. So that is one way of looking at it. But that's one way I would say that don't worry about the cup, just segregate your waste. Trust me, everything else will happen through the due course of time. You may not be able to directly tell somebody in an organization to change cups it comes with a cost. Till someone doesn't see benefit, action will not be taken. We are still humans, we still have a practical mindset, we are still running businesses. Just for the planet, nobody's going to put 80 rupees person inside the office. It doesn't happen, and it's a battle you will not win. I would rather tell you to do the segregation bit first and then show the merit in why this is happening, because if your dry waste gets sold, sir, your organization is going to earn money out of it.
Thank you very much for insights and challenges ahead. And let me see whether any alternative could be done or segregation is the only issue.
In Hyderabad, if you can get someone to come and collect your dry waste at the unit, they will even give money back for it. I'm saying that showing value in waste is such a key part. If you ask me otherwise, and if you feel that no, Nikki, I don't think anyone's going to segregate their waste, I still want to solve this problem, I would try to put some cup options for you over here to move to inside it that can at least get recycled, if nothing.
Okay. Next question is from Arjit Das. I have a question. Do your organization deals with recycling waste disposal of any other manufacturing companies? We have huge amounts of paint sludge waste. Are you doing any recycling of the paint sludge?
So basically, this is safe disposal. Paints are non-recyclable. They're actually reject waste, in my opinion. I wouldn't know your material very categorically as we speak. We've worked with Diageo, Pernod, alcohol brands that have previously called us, and even Pepperfry, for something called defacing. Defacing is basically disposing your reject waste safely. Yes, there is a cost to it if you would like to know, because you cannot just go and dump that into the nearest river. It doesn't work that way. Defacing means we will come collect it, understand what needs to be done with it, take it ahead and dispose it responsibly.